Axe him. Axe him equestrian. If I'm not mistaken, that this map... No, this map doesn't wrap. Just that one level. White. Don't heal yourself, cast white. Oh boy. There you go. I'm gonna attack first, so fastest animation, go. Yeah, we can do the arrow, because it's going to take 2 skeletons out. I don't have no way to kill the sag in one turn. I don't think this is enough damage. I have no idea why I did it this way. I can't heal, like, enough. They are gonna beat her down with ice damage. We have to cast arrow 2 more times to actually kill him. If I just cast bite, I don't kill him. Oh boy. That guy just saved his butt. He's so surprised. Yeah, we gotta kill him. Like, if we want to pick up the spell or whatever it is, that's fine. Definitely want to do that. We just exit once we're satisfied with the area. And then it's, time. Both don't heal. Okay. This guy is gonna spawn with, pretty sure, a beholder and a vampire, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we won't get to 10 uses. Not between the 2. You'll never meet him, because I'm gonna kick your butt. Oh, it's just 2 vampires. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Okay, so we're gonna get greedy with her, though. We're gonna try to make sure we kill 1. Excuse me, I guess less than greedy. I want to make sure 1's out, because if we did to everyone, sure, 1 of them would have... I'm sorry, they would have both gone down had she attacked everyone. But this white spell should kill him. Now we pretty much just cast... We're just going to keep her on heal duties until... doesn't do anything threatening for a turn. She's always going to go first. One sort of scary movie has is Doom. Nice thing about abusing, well, he's not really arrow because he's not weak to it. That's what we're afraid of, because we don't want to have that happen. But we were actually unlucky that she actually went last in that round. So, oh wow, nothing I can do about that. So we're actually just going to arrow at the start of this fight. See if we can cast the first turn without them doing anything. They can cast Confusion if I'm not mistaken. Fight is fine. Quick now. I'm gonna have her arrow a couple times, see if we can get this further along faster. Probably alternate if I could. Oh. Because I have this problem that he's like throwing like 700 damage at you a turn, which is like a third of your combined health pool. But like, since we've now used up all of his spells, maybe we switch and use up all of her spells. Well, it's going to be a bit slower. We're not using the axe just because we know that arrow's always going to hit, so we know we're always making progress every turn. Terrible. Now the bonus of healing after, well, there's that unfortunate incident. But assuming like a hit like this, we actually can heal going into the next turn and have a larger buffer to work with. Thunder. Try arrow, it's not gonna do very much. Oh, big miss, so we can actually sell out this turn. Nice. Windows. Not hiding my chat. I don't think there's really anything. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get this chest, why not? It's literally right here. Now I made a mistake here, we should have gone... Oh, no, we get to go... We get first strike, so they're all dead. Hollow Hump. Yeah, that might actually be pretty good. I forget what the Apollo Helm does. It probably gives you a bunch of evasion, maybe a few more points of speed. He's going to be able to get machine work now. We're actually going to use the inn. Where did they come with the number 95 GP? Explosives would be nice. Oh well, no explosives. There are only 3 dungeons left in the game now. So, get Puzzle Tower. Gotta remember, we don't talk to the bird on floor 1, we go to floor 3. talk to him, and then we go flip some. Caliber is there. We don't really need it. Probably, I mean, if we are using our attack, some things didn't work right. Oh, that's... Pretty sure the Mega Nades can't kill, only if they were solo. But we can't use spells against these guys because we'll just die. Could use Exit, which is a fair trick. Actually, I don't think Exit works on them, to be honest. I'm not really sure the design of these birds at this stage of the game, because both you and your partner are supposed to be immune to silence, I think, at this stage in the game. So why this enemy is even in this dungeon? Not a clue. But we're gonna let this reflect, just because it's gonna beat the crap out of the other two guys, and then we'll deal with him. Now we could talk to him on floor 3, and we shall. It's possible that he goes to floor 1. Means we can actually bounce the switch on that floor. On floor 2, because there's only switches on every even floor. So basically we have to figure out where he went. Go from there. Could actually take the risk right now of seeing if he's on. Oh, actually, no, we gotta flip a switch. Before we do that, we should flip a switch. Definitely should clear to floor 4. These riddle, these things, these sphinxes, they suck. They would be in my list of maybe the most annoying enemies in the game. Most dangerous enemies in the game. There's 3 of them. They have reasonably high initiative. Oh, hello. They could just stone you both and just say, see ya. Oh, of course I got poison. Faster than casting a spell. Here we go. Fortunately, the fastest way we have to clear them maybe ends the exit spell. Jumping. I love the jumping in this game. Like, if this is, of all the things in this game, the most memorable thing in this game, maybe besides being able to overflow the boss's health at the end and jump. Like, what Final Fantasy game do you get to jump in? Even Final Fantasy VII, you can't jump. You can airship. Remember, this is 92. 1992, Nintendo America, Squaresoft. Back when Jordan. All about airtime. chat again here. Oh, hey Peach, how you doing? I don't know, it's pretty much a variety. The latest things I've done would be Hearthstone Arena, occasionally some Dota, random games like this, like old school games. Well, randomly, just old school games in general. Like I was thinking about doing Star Control 2 on stream, the older Final Fantasies 2. What else? Faster Than Light I've been doing on stream lately too. We've been doing hard runs on Faster Than Light. Because since they added the extra content, I don't have all of it unlocked. So, playing through that. Way long ago. Used to do, oh, we're doing pretty good. I wasn't expecting, like, this isn't like a highly sought after category or anything. It's because I'm pretty sure the only, like, recorded runs of this game do the stuff that lets you skip basically, like, all of Zone 3. But I was just curious exactly how long it would take to go through. Made a few errors, but surprising that the combat's of it. I mean, like whenever things are going great, it looks like things are going great, and then you get like this really bad RNG, or you get really bad, just like I've had bad spawns where like we just get stoned in the first round without being able to attack. I don't know why I'm going this way, because there's no switch on this level. What am I doing? Or the switch isn't right here. I'm supposed to be spamming spells now that we aren't fighting beholders. But we're doing alright. I mean, we could be doing much worse. Like, anytime we got lost or made a mistake, because I haven't played this game in years all the way through. Oh, actually, one thing we don't know is whether the bird is on this floor or not, so we're checking to see if the bird is on. This guy's actually weak to arrow now, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's weak to it now. The boss is not, but his... Oh wow, we actually got a bird on 5. So we have to... world record for the... any percent which uses a few glitches in the game. Like there's one glitch I'm stuck playing with regardless, and that's the your partner always has the resistances of the first person that entered your party since you started up the game, like when you start the council. And so the record for that is approximately, I want to say 2 hours 30, something like that. Oh god, I think we're screwed. Gotta reload. I went into this fight with like no health, but these mana cores are really dangerous on the... Yeah, so it's about, I want to say it's like 2 hours 30. It might be closer to 2 hours now, because there's a few people that run it, but it's not like super popular. What's his name? Yogi would know better than I would. This is a disaster. That life spell getting off basically saved us there. Big spells sort of evaporated our... This is gonna kill something, so as long as we don't get stoned, we might be still in this. We're gonna take the gamble, we're gonna go for... Wait, yes, we got it off. Hopefully this kills them. They only have like 900 health. They are in a pack. They're really... Yeah, I think it's like 2 to 2.5 hours. I can't really see doing it. It'd be hard to do it under 2 hours without like something that nobody that runs the game knows about. Like if there was a way to skip another portion, like yeah, Medusa does too, but the Medusas I think can only come in at most 2 because they're large enemies. It's just that they also have, these mana cores also have the riddle thing that makes confusion on your partner. At this stage in the game I'm now immune to it. But we had a couple runs of bad luck in the ice pyramid because of we got triple triple sphinxes, same enemy sprite. Like my strategy for this, I mean, like the speedrun will uses exit a lot. This is one enemy that you would want to exit because it can't miss, and you just have to manage to get it off. But close enough, we just need to kill as many of them as we can. But like, one consideration is you would be like, I want to say like you'd be like level 15, 16 at this stage. So my arrow would do like 500 damage or something, it would do something way less. Her arrow would be fine. But this, I don't think this enemy's weak to anything. They might be weak to Blizzard, but the problem with Blizzard is that it's a terrible spell. It doesn't do enough damage for the weakness to matter. And that's one of the worst rooms. Dungeon. So we know that he's on 5, so we need to actually get to the odd numbered floors. The only way to do that is that stair over there. So we can go down and actually start tripping all the switches. It's a, like, I mean, what is your take on it? Because I mean, it's a lot different than many of the other Final Fantasy games. Like, it's kind of like how, like, Tactics is its own thing. People can deal with the fact that it's Final Fantasy Tactics, like it or leave it, it's Final Fantasy Tactics. But this game is, it's not, I don't know where it exactly fits in the canon, because it's kind of its own story, but they're all kind of in some ways their own story. But I mean, it plays out a lot different. But like, I feel like this one, just like the others, like, you either completely hate this game, or it's like really nostalgic. Point of no return here, we're gonna take these stairs down. We're gonna arrow that one because we know that if Haley hits the doll hand, he's gonna die. So one of these I hope we can get through without too much trouble. We just did arrows so that in case they stone or anything silly, always going to hit. Plus I'm down to 2 explosives, and I know there's a couple doors we're going to need to blow up at some point. We actually should just use seeds. Well, why do they hate it so much? Is it just because it's... Like, I guess, like, to me, like, I like even having, like, this was a game that I got on, like, Decemberine morning, Christmas morning. Back when it came out, like in 93, well it was 92, but like I got it in 93, I think. But like, Final Fantasy II US, I think that game is just absolutely fantastic. Like, I love the feeling of, like, in that game you feel like you can kind of roam around, I guess, and I like that better. I don't know why. But there was other side quests, there was more to get into it, you kind of felt like the characters... Like, this kind of feels like a canned story, and that's the part that gets me. But I still like this game for some silly reason. I figured maybe you had the answer for me. So one of these stairs takes us down the route to Excalibur, which we don't really care about. Really don't care about Excalibur, but I guess we're going to end up with it, aren't we? And the other one starts getting us on the pathway to getting the switches. There's definitely a faster way to do this tower. But I'm just gonna get, I'm just rushing to the locks as fast as I can remember how to get to them. I should have just targeted one, because now one of them's going to live. Get away with it.
What do you mean facepalm? Thanks for the follow. Oh god. I hope that came up. Did it come up? If it didn't come up, let me know. So thanks for the follow, Power Peach. See you later, man. Hey Katie, what's up? I hope the follow alert actually did work, because I didn't actually check it when I changed, when I made the scene. But it was just, I copied it from a scene that had already worked, so I'm assuming that it works. But what, with the insider joke with it is that you can't see the webcam. If I saw the webcam, you would see me cringing a little bit, because the sound is, the alert did work. Cool, thank you. See, what you don't know is that the alert, the sound isn't balanced correctly, which basically means it's loud as hell in my ear. Now, we're actually just going to get that chest, because that is Flare, I believe, because I believe Excalibur's behind, like, 3 things. There's like a pyramid of monsters. Yeah, it's rip ears every time. But I'll never miss a follower. How does that stay on? And nobody's been evil enough to just follow and refollow forever, so. For whatever reason, I attract a more quote-unquote mature audience. Oh, that was really dumb. So we're just gonna... Well, we might just lose. If he ends up asleep... Oh my god. And this is how you lose in this game. At least he's immune to that move. Oh, there we go. Oh, silence, we're sawing against that too. So I keep forgetting that these... Please don't. It'd be funnier if the what you call it? My webcam doesn't work. It works. The problem is that it basically everything on that, even the stuff that's not on that USB. Like I have like a 7-in-1 USB thing, and it's a powered thing. But for whatever reason, the last couple times I booted the computer, like I don't know if I switched around the ordering of stuff or what. But the webcam, when it's on, makes it so that my gamepads don't work, my microphone doesn't, like, it causes really strange errors with the other USB devices on my machine. So we decided to not do that anymore until I figure out what's going on with it or get a better cam. Because the cam, I mean, it's a terrible cam, and it's actually kind of funny, and I use it because I think it's funny. But I mean, you can still see, it's just that it's a terrible webcam. Yeah, and it only started doing it too. Like, I don't know if the driver is just, oh, here we go. If the driver for it is busted, and I need to like just reinstall the driver, I don't know. But it's so much of a headache. I was at a garage sale, and this person, I guess, stopped using. They got a new webcam. Can't imagine why. It's an old Windows Life Cam, if you want to know exactly what it is. It's not that old, but it's like early days of XP old. It has enough definition to actually be a webcam, and good lighting, it works as a webcam. It is not as nice as that Logitech one that all the streamers use, but it works for a webcam, and like when I play like Faster Than Light, all I get is, can you turn off the webcam so I can actually see the rest of the game? And I try to keep it out of the way of the rest of the game. It's just like, rather see the game. So like, I have people that's like, I don't want to watch streams that have webcams. Well, I'm going to anger someone no matter what. So, that's what we do. I don't even remember what floor I said he's on. But I know we need to go below them, so we're going to keep going down. What was the other stair for at the top of the castle? Honestly, don't remember. Yeah, so everybody, the last time I streamed, like, I had, like, 5 people in the chat telling me to turn the damn cam off. I said, okay. So it's been off since, and since then it's been broken. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, when if I had enough people to, like, it's an interactivity thing, right? To be able to see the person. So, I completely get it, and I'm sure that I've had a few people that come in, it's like, this guy doesn't, or like they look at the, you know, the games list thing and go, well, I mean, like if you haven't played out Faster Than Light, it's a spaceship game, and you have like all your energy bars and how much resources that you have. It's kind of like when people play Dota, for instance. There's so many things on the screen that it gets annoying. It's really easy to have stuff in the way, I guess is the easiest way to say it. And there's really no good place in that game unless you actually make a separate window for it. Like the kind of how I have this, I would have to basically make the game smaller, and they wouldn't want that, and because then the game is smaller. Oh, FTLs. If you haven't played it since, this goes like back to, like, I want to say April 2014, but they made a it's a advanced edition. They basically made like the be all end all. This is the patch that makes the game awesome. Oh, I mean, I would just put it up there. I mean, if somebody doesn't like it, somebody doesn't like it. I mean, when there's a handful of people here, right? I mean, if whatever they want, they're gonna get. They told me this game sucks, I want to play a different game. That might be too far though, because I kind of want to play this game. Oh, we can't use that last bomb. It is not a DLC, it's actually free. And then if for some reason you really, really like the game still, and have played the hell out of that, go ahead and download something called called the Captain's Edition. Captain's Edition. And that one's a set of community mods that are put together to basically make the game go forever. But the Advanced Edition, all of the content is really well balanced. There's one thing that on hard mode that I don't think is balanced, but no, if you have it on Steam or whatever, it'll probably try to patch to it. It's part of the game. You don't have to pay anything. Definitely like the definitive edition of the game. Oh yeah, there's mods for FTL, but it's like, that's a game that's really hard to mod, because it's like, sure, you can mod the hell out of Oregon Trail, but like, there's something to like the defined amount of time in the game, and there's only so many events that, like, if you have events that's like, here's all of the money, or we're gonna make the game impossible to beat now. It's just, I mean, there's a very delicate balance to the game, and I don't know, I'm not a huge, like, I always get the mods that fix the game. like if I get the new Oblivion, you always have to get the mods that fix the game and make it playable. But the ones that try to like rehash their own game, I think it's hard to do that in FTL without breaking the already really subtle balance that game has. It's maybe something that you don't see unless you really get into the game. Like, there's a huge difference in that game between playing on easy mode and playing on hard mode. Well, I just got myself killed. I figured he'd live from that. Guess not. Oh! Wow. Well. Well. But yeah, this game has a really delicate balance, I feel. Because, I mean, hard mode is... it's hard. What can I say? It's hard. This. I just want out of this fight. Like, we could... I really don't want to get Excalibur. Like, I have no reason to get it. We're never going to want to shoot things with swords. But I am stuck in this fight. So we're just going to ignore Excalibur. Screw it. It was right there for the taking, though. If there ever comes a time in this game where I go, man, I wish I had Excalibur. But I really don't think there will be. I'm just going to keep on missing. Stalker, Vampire Masquerade. Are those games? Stalker. Like a really evil sounding game. That's that. So the switch is on the left hand side. So when we go down, we actually have to use a seed. I'll help we get it on. Yeah, I mean, it's your game. You've been also, I mean, it's your game. Mod it however the hell you want. You think the game sucks? Get the mods that you want for it. But there are certain games like Papers, Please. Like, I'm sure there are mods for that game. Well, maybe there aren't. But the game is just the experience is set up in a certain way that just to kind of go in there guns blazing and mod it. However, it's just kind of ruins the experience a little bit. But people that are really careful with it can make really, really nice mods for games like that too. They can't say it's all bad, right? I had a thought there, and I'm kind of just trying to make sure I don't screw up this boss, because what can happen is I'm going to flick these switches, and the catch is if I mess it up, I have to go through the entire dungeon again, essentially, to block this guy from going places. When I flick this switch, I'm pretty sure he is stuck on floor 5, if I remember this correctly. If we go up 1, which I want to say is this... Yeah, I need to play some more Papers, please. Oh, really? Fantastic. I'm gonna take a risk, make one-on-one. Perfect. Now she is out of, things though, so... Yeah, I love Papers, Please. It's a really cool game. The one thing that I think is really neat about that game is that it's very much a, not a social game, but it's like one of those games that, like, by watching someone play it, or playing it yourself, you learn a little bit about yourself by playing it. I think that's really cool. Because, like, it's not something that you expect while playing it. Until you start getting into it. Thinking, like, you start to feel bad for some of these people and all that. And I thought that was something really cool, and there's a unique moment to it where... Not a metagame's the wrong word for it, but, like, I don't know, it's just... There's a moral to it, or something you learn about yourself morally. That a lot of games... It's not really teaching you or anything, it's just that it's just there, and it's cool. I believe we killed him and not the minions. There's so many fights in this castle. I just hope that I blocked the guy off correctly. Yeah, there's just all these little competing things, and like you can sort of extrapolate them to real life a little bit. We're on 6 now, so we have to actually get... onion. Of course you're gonna heal. Are you all gonna heal? Oh my god. Oh, that round was useless. And then they get first strike. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? And I don't think this is exactly correct, but it's like the... Like if one of a certain type of minion gets initiative, all of the same type, I think, get the same initiative roll. Not entirely sure on that. Okay, so I can't do anything here, because that's blocking. Can't do it this way. I guess that's what the stair was for at 7th floor, is that it goes to this side. Either way, he should be trapped. We just need to get back, even if we have to go back the same direction that we just did. He didn't fall down. This is a stair up, this is a stair up. There we go. So I'm just doofus. Oh, we actually have to get to the... Okay. Well, somehow we killed everything else, so let's keep going. I'm pretty sure we have a way to do this. Got here. Yeah, one interesting thing to note about this game is that those red chests disappear. Noticed. There. I think this leads to the stair that goes down. I think. We're gonna take a shot. That goes up. Here we go again. Oh god. Okay, we got it off. We got 2. No! No! Wow. Using nothing but area attacks. And all 3 guys have different health amounts, despite doing exactly the same damage. Wow. Okay, so all that does is get us back over here. So how do we get to that one place on floor? Okay, so yeah, that's pointless. I mean, the only thing to do here, guys, is to kill the boss. Oh! Okay. Well, let's go over here anyways. If it lets us go back, I want to go back. I think I said before this, it's a point of no return. There's no return loop. There is a return loop. Okay, so we're perfect. I have no... Why did I kill... I killed the minion on the right-hand side? Okay. Okay, so we should, when we get to this bird guy, we locked both the 4th and 6th floors, which means that he has nowhere to run away. This should be the boss fight. And me running around aimlessly for 10 minutes, well, let's pretend that didn't happen. We should seed up first. This is a messy fight. You could forget about Captain Mac. I'm just gonna kill you. We're gonna be really greedy. Oh, welcome back. You missed. We're gone 3-5 minutes. Pretend that didn't happen. That was me wandering around aimlessly. clutch heal. If I'm not mistaken, I think this guy has about 25,000 health. I think that's about right. Yeah, we had the boss on lock, and because you have. So I'll repeat for you. So you lock the floors. He has like an magic Wonkavator, and you have to. If you talk to him, he'll try to escape to any possible floor that isn't where. So it's Blingbird. What can I say? It's actually a Sumerian kind of like something bad. Something bad. Hopefully we don't get blasted. Okay, cool. But yeah, so we already had him on lock and we had to basically go back the way we came. I forgot that we could actually still do that. Like shields up, so we have to do a regular attack to knock it down. Oh, or just wait. I think we'll still do a regular attack. Yeah, hell, if we ever get there, I guess we're never going to be allowed to have... Okay, it's down. Pile driver. Wow, she's actually not going to be full health. She's only like 800. Does that matter? Not really. Are we actually going to one-shot this boss after, like... If we lost on the Ice Golem, we lost on the other guy. We've died way more times in this run than I thought we would. Like, super casual? Like, super casual. But, like, let's say I wanted to get all the items. I mean, you'd have to run a whole... Like, I've done none of the battlefields. I'd say a regular play. You're probably going to do, like, 4 or 5 battlefields, for sure. You're probably going to run around a few areas. I mean, there's probably at least 2 or 3 hours of screwing around. Just doing extra content. Even though there really isn't that much bonus content to this game. Trying to think. And I guess between this and the 2.5 hour run is... Oh no. I mean, probably somewhere between, like, maybe, like, closer to 8 hours. Like, there isn't too much, like, all the items and stuff in this game, they're all in the dungeons that you go through anyways. So, like, it's just, like, if you get stuck going through, or if you do a more pedestrian run-through of the game. Please no sight shield. Especially because she went first. Okay, good. That's a good question. I would say, like, probably 8 to 10 hours. Depending on how fast or slow you are. But, like, your average Joe playthrough of it. Oh, come on. I don't know, most of my, like, runs through this game are like, I don't want to do anything bonus, or, well, let's see, yeah, it's about 8 to 10 hours. We're probably going to land somewhere. I mean, this is the kind of game where, like, it can go really fast if you don't get stuck somewhere. But if you get stuck somewhere, you might spend a few hours there. Or if you don't, or like, for instance, if you aren't using a walkthrough and then get lost on where to go next, and you kind of do one of those, you go Final Fantasy, I'm going to go around and explore a bit. Like, you know, it's an RPG. I mean, like, if you don't play through the fastest way possible, or at least follow the walkthrough to go through all the steps, even if you end up doing, you know, like a run through or whatever. I mean, any quote-unquote mistake, which is like, yeah, exactly, there's a little bit of puzzleness to the game. We're actually going to get a part of here. Does she still? No. No idea why it went in there. Every time I think that that's Otto's place. Now he's going to tell me... Oh, crap. You actually have to do that. I never thought that was required. So, let's say that your daughter is lost in this tower. The exit was right there, right? There's no anything in the way of you just walking out and going back. Clearly you got there alone, safely. You can't just go back. I knew I should have talked to her. Oh, look at that, here's Ruben. Back for being cancelled from American Idol. Oh, we gotta... There's a whole story to this. He falls off the bridge, and he finds out that that blackness is actually supposed to be water. Because we're environmentalists now. Yeah, you pretty much got it just right. So, now normally, in the any percent speedrun of this game, you would already have the item that you needed to continue playing the game. In our case, we actually have to go back and get it. So this is the kind of stuff that like probably saves you like 2 or 3 minutes. Oh shit, we were supposed to take a... Excuse me, we were supposed to take a split at Blingbird. We need those explosives actually, because we're going to run out if I don't grab them. But there's only 2 dungeons left in the game, so I would say that there's like an hour or so left. As long as I don't like mess up. But the one nice thing about this game though is like as long like if you think you're gonna have a little bit of trouble going through it, or aren't really sure how well it's gonna go, I guess. Just make sure anytime you go into combat that you have spells. And that you have, like, full health and stuff. Because, like, you can restart, anytime you fail, you can restart in the same combat. But it just, if you say give up yes, it takes you back, it's like game over, it takes you back to the beginning again. Talking to them, I know for sure is out. The original Spencer and, Tristam are there. We had to go pick up that item because otherwise the game can't go any further. Go no further. However, if you buffer underflow the game's item table, so that you have a bunch of items, at one point in the game you can basically flood your inventory with all of the key items of the game, or at least some of them, and you don't have to go back and get that item, which, as you can see, saves you a lot of running around. What I'm really interested in is how the hell we're going to kill the final boss, with him being able to kill me in approximately 1 hit. When I say approximately, it's pretty close to 1 hit. There's only one, like... See? I'm not, like, crazy concerned, but I'm concerned. Oops, I went past it. Because I said that I wouldn't use the cure glitch. I don't remember the last time I beat the game without using the cure glitch. Hey, now we can go to Spencer's place. So what that rock did is it made the Rainbow Road longer. Now we get to have Wonka vision. But Ruben screws it up again. Yay. Did it. Now something really important happens here. Craig had to get more explosives. Bye. This here get a really low. Can I not open it from here? Can't open it from here. You have to be kidding me. Wow. Wow. Well, we're going to pretend that this is how we do it. Pretty sure it's just above us where it is. There's a few steps here. Then you have to throw the bomb. Only time in the game besides the lava dome that you have to throw. Jump, jump, jump. I can't believe I forgot about that. I know this is what this game does. This is exactly what it does. It's like, I want to save time, you have to remember all the... They really aren't puzzles, you just have to remember the order that prescribes for you to do this. This box you need to complete to end the game. But in the, exit spell. I'm busy. No, not this house. Okay, so that crest is really important. Our house in the corner has a little secret. That secret could be explosives here. Really? Why is the ship not in the dock? I have the Mobius crest. Was I supposed to... Let me go talk to some people. Because we should be ready to do the ship. Okay, we're done talking with him. He's done. Because we're going to give it to Captain Mac. And he's going to go, all the undead need to get off my boat now, because I want to captain my ship. Gotta go save the world. For this being important. First. Now we have Ruben stuttered with us, which is a problem because he doesn't have spells to abuse. He has spells to abuse. And they're gonna heal him. This guy's going to be strong to flare, but I don't really care. Just hit him. There we go. These combats give a lot of experience. I'm pretty sure that this game has one of the strangest As far as Final Fantasy games go, has one of the strangest level caps. 42. But there's a rather big difference between a character being like level 20 to 30 and being 42. Because like the way a lot of the game is scaled. Oh no. That's fine. Yeah, and it's not even like there's a max of the, not really sure why I'm attacking both. Not attacking both. I don't know, this gets dumb because, so the first thing to do is rescue Captain Mac, and then, like, he gets out or something, and then somehow we get, Phoebe. I think we do finish this with this guy, yeah. You would need to complete basically all of the content. Like this, if you're speedrunning and actually using the glitch to skip Zone 3, you're gonna be... Endgame is we already have more experience than what those players would have, but not by much. Like, by the time we're going to get to the end boss, we're probably going to be no higher than level 30. And I would say that if you screwed around a bit, you'd probably be about level 35, 40. And that's kind of the point where your regular attack damage starts to get almost high enough to kill these big guys in one hit. Which is basically the point where you're overpowered, because the only way you lose combat is... I don't even know. I mean, it's really hard because your health pool everything gets too big. It's just enough creep because like most of the damage progression in this game, it might be slightly exponential, but for the most part it's linear. I mean, there's the blips when you get new spells and stuff, but everything is like balanced after like every zone is balanced to itself, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't need to kill all three of those. Okay. But you have to try reasonably hard, though, to get to level 42. But a pedestrian adventure through the game is probably going to end up like 35, 40-ish. It depends. There's actually a bug with the final boss in this game that you can overflow his health pool by healing him, which you're not supposed to be able to do. Yeah, I mean the leveling will feel completely different. Like, the leveling just kind of goes with the game, like, you never really feel it, because you're never really too far ahead, and you're never really too far behind, until you hit the end game. Pick up Gaia's armor because it's really good, and it required almost no effort. Yep, he's talking about dark prophecy, all kinds of strange things. Ruben's passing out. The world's coming to an end. And here comes Tristram. Spencer. There you are. Yep, Phoebe wants to talk to you. Ruben's gonna go back home. Make a music career. Yeah, but it's like Final Fantasy II. And I'm talking about like the US one here, not the one on the NES. Like you feel it as far as like in 2 you really don't have to level the characters, but it kind of helps, but you don't really have to. And in Final Fantasy III, Celis and all that. That one, you really, I mean, game changes significantly depending on how you level your characters. You know, whether you use the summon gems to do it and stuff. I don't think I need to talk to him. I think he's going to say, take the ship to the end game. So I think we're at Deja Vu time. Actually, we'll take it when I enter the tower. There's one more item we get in this game, and that is the Aegis Shield, which protects us from a couple really annoying things. But keep in mind that Phoebe basically has level 1 or level 3 resistances. Am I missing something here? What am I missing? I should just be able to take the ship. Why can I not take the ship? What is happening? I never get Kaylee again, so she's done. What am I missing? Do I need to talk to someone? Am I missing an item? Gas mask, pressed, doesn't matter. What? Yeah, really. There's no more enemies on the ship. The ship's been cleared. Talk to Captain Mac, we had this whole thing. I think I know what I need to do. Kaylee's gonna say, you should take the ship. That's what it is. Like Captain Mac said, I have to get permission to take the ship. Because there's literally nothing else to do. There's literally nothing else to do but go in the gate. We're up at the inn. Aha! That loser. Supposed to tell me how to use the ship. But yeah, besides like errors and stuff like that, I mean, I would say you really can't go through this game much faster. And I don't know, like, I mean, we probably made like in total, if you add up every little goof, and all the bad luck we had on certain fights and stuff and had to redo them. The perfect run has to take at least 3.5 hours. Maybe even like 3:45. We had some mistakes, but we didn't lose that much time. There's only so much to do in this game. It takes time to do them. When we enter the... Oh, hey, we're here. There you go. Best music in the game? Maybe. I think so. We are going to pick up the shield, just because it's going to make... Shield's really good. It's good enough that even the fastest skip everything speedruns of this are going to pick it up. Because it basically means we're immune to just about every status effect. And then we're basically just going to power through this. I think it's this one. I'm going to grab this. Right. Now we have enough cast the spells to like basically just burn through spells constantly the rest of the game. Because she gets 10 casts, and we have like 6 casts. I don't know why this game spawns the... Because that's like... Later on in this dungeon, it will spawn Dark Minotaurs.
Again, this is why we needed another green. Alright, boss 1. Oh, of course. Oh wow, woke her up so actually, before her turn, so she actually got to play. I'm pretty sure this guy can be killed with life legitimately, but we're just gonna beat him down because we can. Like, he dies really, really fast. Like, that might actually be the game. We're actually have to do this, like, loop around business, too. Are we actually gonna die on this boss? Oh my god. Wow! Okay, so we are gonna do the trick, just because I feel like doing it now. So he's undead, and all the undead in this game are supposed to... they're supposed to die on hit to life. See, that was how we're supposed to lose this fight. We lost because the guy got 2 crits in a row. Oh, apparently it's just going to be no effect, but we kind of lost this one too, because like they're all going to get to attack before I do. Oh, Quake, of course. Let's kill him every time. She's dead. Well, I mean, that's how you lose in this game on a speedrun. It's just that the more you try to cut, the more risk you're taking. Like, seriously? She is not going to be allowed to go first once. Like, that is total crap. There we go. So, back in the same position as before. But she does have, I'm pretty sure she does get this stat. Yeah, she does get that. It's just her resistances are messed up. But, besides that, she has the highest int in the game. I don't know if your character can surpass it. But, int is like 1.5 times your int affects how good spells work. So her spell damage is basically through the roof. Which works against her on the final boss if you're trying to game the system and use Cure, because she heals so much or something that it doesn't cause a wraparound because she heals too much. It wraps around back into the correct memory banks. This guy does so much damage! Oh my god, and then he cheeses it every time. But we're gonna go for a more... I don't even know. Making sure one of them dies. Maybe he'll duplicate. I can't believe this. This guy is by far the easiest. Like, he is ridiculously easy. But like, no, I'm maybe more used to coming through with a much higher... Like, if I'm level 36, this is a completely different fight. My experience, this fight is, like, ridiculously easy. You actually can use Cure on him, too, because he's undead. That time he missed. He went for sleep on the guy that's immune to sleep. So he should be final form, and he should die this turn. Oh, there's Stone. That's what we're looking to get the Aegis Shield for, is because he's going to be immune to that now. We have to go pick that up. Like, this is part of reducing the RNG. See this box? Box has the thing we want. If you could somehow avoid this item in a speedrun, you would be able to save time, but I can't imagine it saving you time because it protects you from too much RNG that is just going to be thrown at you in the final few fights. But this is the best shield in the game. And also the last item. Uh-oh. Did I mess up? Yep, messed up. Oh. Nope, I did mess up. Damn it. But how close I didn't mess that up, but you can't jump on quicksand. So this is more time lost. But imagine it being your first playthrough and you had to figure out what's there to even think about taking. That's why I was just having difficulty trying to calculate out a time for you. Take this one. I can always figure it out from this one. Here. Okay, so I don't think you were here for the second temple of the game, but if you were, it's gonna look awfully familiar. Not this part, the next part. Really? Are you oh my god. Wow. At least we got away with this one. These guys are potentially dangerous, because if you get 2 of those, it messes up the entire round. I was watching Yogi run this, and he didn't know, but he made the boo-boo of not going here first. We have 1,000,000 seeds, we're gonna use it. Because if you don't go here first, you don't flip the switch that opens up the end of the level, and you have to go all the way back. I know, right? We might have needed to go the other way. Not solid on this. Maybe not. There is a... Oh, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we need to go the other way. Hit this. But there's definitely a switch to hit on the far right-hand corner in the upper right. What's rather funny is I don't think the one with the enemy in front of it is the one that is path you need to take. Could just be a box though. I was right about that. I still have to kill him though. One thing that's a little bit annoying about this game that I wish I knew when I played through it was that it doesn't tell you. Like now some things I guess are a little bit intuitive, like if you changed weapons, I think when you look at the stat screen it shows differences. If we didn't do this guy either, we wouldn't be able to finish it. But like, what weapon you have readied affects your stats, and it's kind of a big deal. Like if you like the axes in the game are absolutely terrible because they don't give you bonus stats. The sword from level 2 onward gives you 5 speed, which is kind of a big deal because it seems like, at least in this run, it seems to have saved us from a number of bad RNG moments because we got to go first. But it's not exactly clear what speed does in this game either. I mean, it's clear what it does, it's just, I mean, it's just that you don't know the formula, I guess is what I should say. It doesn't say like, well, if you have a higher speed, then always go first, because that's not true. Some kind of roll, but it doesn't tell you how much it's weighted one way or the other. Oh, of course I can't care. Why am I even going over there? Uh-oh. These guys should die in one hit because they're weak to that. They're like one of the few things that are actually weak to it. Now see how much damage she took? That's how much different the, that's how much the resist bug is worth. She's taken like 3 times as much damage on small spells for... I should be using Flare, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I'm trying to get her out of confusion. Oh, he's just strong against it, because he's a golem now. Okay. Heal, so... Oh boy, that's great. I enjoyed my ass kicking. There you go. .903. That's why we got that shield. I don't know which status effect that was, but anytime we get a free turn. Nice. Well, the best part is we actually have to go all the way back. And I think I actually messed it up because there was a quicker way back than this. Whatever, we're almost there. I have no idea why there's a ninja standing in front of the statue that does nothing. Many moons ago. Sure, I tried to, like, kill it and then just, like, stab it with a sword like 100 times just to see if anything would happen. Nothing happened. Well, that figures. I don't know why I even went that way first. That was just dumb of me. I feel like the programmers on this one got a little bit tired. Because this one does not have anywhere near as much effort. I don't know, I went the wrong way, man. I don't know why I went that way. Hoping for more explosives. I don't know why, but I feel like I need more. Stone. Strong against Petrify. That's what we want. I think it's cute they have like a little white flag. I think that's kind of cute. sure. Would everybody use a seed? So the trick with the white spell is that all of the other spells in the game do elemental damage, and this one does not. So nobody's weak against it, or strong against it. Nobody's weak against it either, but it doesn't matter because everything dies to it, so you don't care. But like, you can't use Flare all the time because it does like barely more damage. And then there's a lot of things that once you get Flare, they're already strong against it, so what's the point? There you can see exactly how much difference that damage was. Like, I did like 440 across the board, and she did way more. Good to go. We're hoping here on round 1, to get out cleanly to kill both of the side guys. Like, if I used Flare on this guy, I'm pretty sure it does like 500. So, despite that being like the last spell you get in the game, got them all in order. It just doesn't do jack. That's something, so it's just not worth the bothering. I would assume, like in a speedrun though, like if you knew that it does like more damage, like some of the like you can actually calculate out like how much damage you need to do. These guys are pure cheese. Yeah, the final boss played normally, without abusing the cure glitch, he can be a bit of a problem. Absolutely. Is it the hardest guy in the game? I don't know, like, we're probably, like, I'm thinking that when we fight him, I'm expecting to one-shot him, and I'm only expecting, like, bad luck to mess with us. But I'm trying to think. I mean, like the Bone Dragon guy, like, the first time you play this game, the boss you're probably going to have the hardest times with are all of the early game bosses, because you have very little tools. And it's hard to know when to be aggressive, and like when you can be aggressive, and when you're about to lose the fight. Like, by the time you get to the end game, probably already figured it out enough. I don't know, you'll see. I mean, we're almost there. These guys casting Doom is a really annoying thing. I really hope this knocks him out. Oh boy. We're hoping. Nope, fuck. Oh my god. But that's how this game works, so you can just get screwed. Like, we started this with full health. These guys are weak to Flare, so we're just gonna use Flare. If I used Flare in that second round, we would have won, so that was just a flat-out mistake. But look at this crap. I didn't even get to move until then. Had it gone another round, we would have lost. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be level 27 when we get to the end. And I would say Speedrun has it mapped out pretty hard. I want to say it's 23-20... No. Remember? There's like a set of like 3 different levels you could be in. Like, I think it's a little bit too high, but like, say 22, 23, 24. Seems familiar over here. But you'll see, maybe we have massive problems. Like, one of the problems we're going to have is that because we play this entire game from start to finish, without resetting, Phoebe is going to take a lot of damage, because I do not believe any of the final boss's attacks past the beginning stage, which is silly. the part where he actually is dangerous, all of his quote-unquote weapons are all of elemental damage. Which I think might matter. It might not. But we're going to abuse her heal, being really good, and we're going to try to make sure she's always on good health. Not this way. I think, I don't know, like, when I played through this game, the hardest stuff was, it got easier as the game went on. That's pretty much it. Az's tower is pretty hard, but like, I mean, the game, as you gain levels, obviously it's sort of, in some ways, getting a little bit easier. Hit him with lots of arrows. Not a lot of arrows. My own arrow. Guys like using Quake, and they like going first. If we had everything super polished, we wouldn't have even bothered using a white spell for her, we just would have used defense. But it does mean, like, when we get to this fight, already ready to go on the white spell. This should kill all of them. And if we used white, it wouldn't have mattered. Player queued up. But man, those dogs. So that's another one, like, in... I have to get way more serious with this. White spell. Those dogs are pretty beasts. One of your guys gets disabled trying to take them all out with double white. Oh my god, the cures are real. Into that. There we go. Had we not had the Aegis shield, we would have been stoned. Just for your own curiosity, if I were to walk off the edge, I fall down to the level below. We just work. I could have sworn that like a regular, but the any percent run, I'm pretty sure ends around level 20. So this area, I mean, this whole area would be a little bit harder. I want to say you end up like 20, 21, 22. Oh yeah. I think this game actually predates Link to the Past. This game's from '92. This is one of the first games for the SNES. Nope. Nope. I mean, the only bad input I had in this one was when I accidentally ran into a fight downward instead of left. Are we happy with where we're at there? There was probably a bad idea. Oh, Doom Dance. That is just great. Might go down here. And I used to do speedruns of, speedruns of Link to the Past. I'm trying to think of, like epic fall fails in that one. Oh yeah, there's a big point in that game that if you... Oh goodness. Are you familiar with Link to the Past? If I said like the third boss that's like the sand... Not the sandworms, but the crawler guy, the crawler worm. Yeah, he can bounce you off of the play surface and knock you down to the previous level. And basically, it pretty much ruins your run right there, or at least you have to be willing to take a pretty big time loss having ended up there. This is a dumb idea. We're pretty much dead. Dead. It is, it's like shields down. Oh my goodness. And see if that, so... Hang on here. So we're hoping that she goes first and he still gets his turn. Oh. Like shield was used. It's a really rewarding one to play. Like, even if you don't, like... I don't know, I don't do the, there's this one guy... Andy... goes by Andy. He has figured that game out. He knows so many ins and outs of the way that game is coded. It is ridiculous. He has maps of the... All of the dungeons in the game are like in the same physical map in the code, essentially. So there are ways to basically warp from one dungeon to another within dungeons. But what I thought was really cool about that game is that you actually don't have to do the dungeons in order. Quite what the map tells you. And I actually, without even like glitching the game at all, or jumping through walls or whatever, be quote-unquote unintended. If you've never seen him, he's Andy something on. I'll link it before I leave. Can't remember his name, but he is, as far as I know, he is the source. If you want to know everything there is to know about Link to the Past, I just play the game I play the game without like trying to delve into the code. Why can't we just fall down? And the guy is dead. This is probably faster. The one thing we don't want to do in this area is use the exit spell. Because we would go all the way back to where we entered. This is it. What you've been waiting for. Alright, I remember who you are now. I didn't even... Why did I not remember your name? Wow. Did you actually finish Conquers? Because, like, I've been not feeling too great. I don't know why I opened up any of these chests. Not feeling great last, like, couple nights. So, like, I tried doing this the other night. And I basically just passed out in the middle of it. And I said, I just gotta stop. This is it. Notice how the music got all gumbly. This guy, I think, has 4 or 5 phases. How amusing. Ha ha ha. That all you can muster? So, you would think that now that he just made every weapon in the game, those would all count as weapons. No, everything he attacks with them is all elemental damage. He has somewhere around like 46,000 health, so the problem is when you go to cure him. I think the max it can hold is like, let's say 50k or something. So when you go to heal it, it overruns his health, and it basically like puts him at like 2,000 health or something silly. So at this point, we're probably going to bring her down to heals. So this is danger. You can see, like at the moment, this isn't really. Like, he hurts, but you also have someone that, as long as they're alive, can always just heal your party. And her speed is, like, way faster than all three of us. So it's much different than, like, the early game bosses that, you know, one stray critical hit, and your guy goes down. And, oh yeah, you don't have heal. You can't raise, you can't raise dead people. Your hero can't until World 3. Until late in World 3. So anytime your helper goes down, you pretty much are screwed. So that's why I think it's harder, is because unlike many other Final Fantasy games where you always have a way, it goes to like Phoenix Downs, or like something to get down people. They get people up that are down. You don't have that in this game until, you know, only your partner. Every partner in the game always has life, but you don't. We could be down here. No crit. Actually, I don't think I can crit, because it's elemental. This should be the end of Phase 2. Go. I mean, that's just the trick, is that, I mean, it's not what you have to deal with in a lot of other Final Fantasy games. Like, you usually always have a way to manipulate. You can make the battle last as long as you need it to last. Is down. Oh wow, that's 6 health. That's 6 health. And this is actually not his final form. And that would have petrified, except he's immune to it. I like that he's attacking only him. That's making this much nicer. Because, like, basically anytime that he manages to stone Phoebe, that's the point at which you have to stop attacking, guns blazing, and make sure she's still up. Seed. Actually, try using Flare. I don't know why I'm not using Flare. Okay, that hurts. That thing hits like 6 times. Does like 160 each time. Doesn't really matter, it always does like the same amount. Her resists are, well, her physical affection's the same, it's not magical. Like, there's a bunch of moves in the games that says, like, hits 2 or 3 times, and it's like, that enemy always has the same attack power, so it could have just hit 1 time for the full amount. Because they don't miss. They either all miss or don't. And this is his final form. That's not good. Right, so this is the point that if you're even less health, this is where it gets really bad. We should be okay, because she can't be crit on that. Oh, maybe she can. But she didn't get crit, so we're still up. Yeah, we should, yeah, I was going to say maybe we should have used life on her. This guy doesn't have much left, though, and unless this goes for a lot, yeah, I'm strong against fire. I'm just like all the other... Yeah, loot. Do you watch, or do you know of, Gilder? Great Gilder Sneeze? That 1 health! 1 health! Oh... Oh, that is so real right now. That is so real. I went all out here because that might be the fight. Yes! That one health. And that is time. Wow. Wow. This is the end, so I'll just type something in chat here. And remind me what it is with the other thing. Whatever else I was supposed to find for you. Andy. Find him, and we'll watch the credits as I get some. Probably offline because I will find him in the list. Live, is he? Load more. Apparently loading more is an option. Well, I have a lot of people I've followed. Apparently there's some kind of limit for follows. Oh, his name is just straight. Wow, this guy's been on Twitch a long time. I'll link him in the chat too. There you go, that's the other guy. Well, oh, I have him too. Twitch.tv. That's actually Gilder. I spelled him wrong. Okay. Enjoy the ending. You say the Dark King was the problem and you beat him? But of course. Say, what's become of Ruben and Captain Mac? They're fine. They're already headed home. One thing throughout this game is that Otto will always tell you, drop by and say hi to whomever. And that's like your hint. Well, great. Sometime I'll drop by and say hi, as you say back to him. Dumb daughter, never get out of bed. You're safe. What are you gonna do now? Maybe you could answer that. How about lending me that ship? Yeah, I'm just gonna take your ship. And I just saved the world. You kinda owe me the ship. Yeah, the ship that we just used to save the world. Still seaworthy. So good at knowing whether or not a boat is seaworthy because he can't even find his captain's hat. Guy who lives in the waterfall. Still locked out. All because of you guys. That jerk. Tell him I said hi. That's this entire game. Oh, hotel. Rock music. See? I told you he was going to make an album. He really doesn't, but he's on stage. I like to make fun of him because I just Ruben Buttered. That's all I can think of when I hear of his. The ship's better than new. Thanks, Mac. Here's for now. I'm a captain. Wait until you see my next invention. Can you come over again? She's having like amnesia. I think I've had all the adventure I can stand. That sounds about right. Yeah, expert treasure hunter. Conga line we got going on. I'm gonna miss you. Hey, go talk to some trees, lady. Never need to talk to a tree again. Now I'm on the boat. And who haven't we seen yet? Three seagulls in the background. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Like his armor, like none of his kit changes throughout the entire game. I can't resist. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, kid. I can't resist an adventure. Here you go. And since I don't know if you said I think you said you played through Zelda a few times, but like, I'm pretty sure that Link to the Past has one of the longest end sequences
at least for a long time. Like, I want to say Final Fantasy VII is longer. But there is about 8.5 minutes in Link to the Past. And for a while, I believe that was the record for the longest end credit sequence. And it had kick-ass music. I mean, for rewriting, it was fantastic. But it was just really long. This game's is a little bit. But it's pretty much just credits in this boat that keeps looking like it's going off into the distance, and no matter how long I've let it go, it doesn't do anything else. It goes to fade to, well, you'll see. It's not as cool as Link to the Past. What's funny is I don't even know, like I'm not sure any of these people stayed in the biz. But I don't know a lot of their names, so. But just on first glance, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if this was like the same team that ends up doing like the Final Fantasies, at least for like what ends up being like the US translations of them. Kasokabe. Cats. Ridley. Yeah, I tried to do this in 4. So that's, Oh, then you have to have one of these right at the end of the thing. It's not cliche at all until you write the end, right? And then if I hit a button, and get that, and it just sits there forever. Dumbest sounding seagulls ever. Alright, that was the run. Lunch and whatnot. I'm gonna take a break, so come back in about an hour or so, if not, no later. Watch 'em. Thanks for the follows too.